Hello, everyone. Marriott Martinez here. So this video is going to highlight some of the mentors and educators that not only support me in my business, but more importantly, have gone over and beyond to want to support the Master Your Books community. So let me share each and every one of them and also share the why and the how they really transform our community with what they bring to us, how they support us, and how they're continuously just raising their hands to support our community. So let's go ahead and take each one of these mentors one by one. And let's start with my friend, Seth David. So I know you all have heard me speak a lot about Seth David. He has been my mentor in accounting and building out my practice and learning how to build up my services, my packages, and even pivoting and shifting based on where our industry is going for over 10 plus years. And so he has been a leader in the space, not only in accounting, not only in his practice, but also in regards to sharing his knowledge. So he was one of the first sharing accounting knowledge on YouTube. He has an amazing YouTube presence, and a lot of YouTubers have now been inspired by Seth and have created their own channels and have had great success on YouTube as well. So Seth has really changed the game for the accounting professional and continues to do so over 10, I think maybe, well, now we're almost at like 12, 13 years later that we have been friends and I've been following him and that I'm part of his 97 Up community. I continue to see him evolve in the industry, and it's just truly so inspiring to see. So that's the first place I want to start. Is I get asked many times on where is a place that you can be supported as you're building out your accounting practice. And building out your accounting practice, learning about pricing and packaging and the services you want to provide and how you want to provide them, and whether you want to be a solo practitioner or whether you want to build a team. It is not easy to figure out these things alone. I know that. And so I quickly realized that I wanted to join a mastermind, a mentorship, or just a community that would support me in this journey. And not just one time, because I love coaches. I am a big believer in getting a coaching session and have them guide you possibly on a plan or to get focused in regards to maybe an action plan you want to do for a certain time period. But a mastermind is ongoing. It's ongoing. Everybody in that community gets to know one another. You trust each other, and you feel brave as well in regards to sharing and developing yourself. And that's what 97 and Up is. It's a community, a mastermind. As you can see right there, the original mastermind for accountants. And so that's why I highly recommend 97 and Up. And also, I have been in several masterminds, and I've actually been in several masterminds at the same time, paying for them as well. And I'm just going to say that Seth by far gives so much value. He gives so much of himself because, again, he's doing this every day. He started this mastermind when he had his own practice, when he decided to go into the creator world and start creating courses, when he started to educate and almost transition completely out of his practice and into education. He's done this always at the same time while serving his mastermind. So it's like you can see his behind the scenes of how he is growing as well, and he shares it all. He's also an excellent teacher. And so I don't know if he shows it here. He does share some benefits here. But what I love about what he does, okay, you can kind of see how he's already sharing in his bonuses. He's very process driven. He's very workflow driven. He knows about the apps. He is very attuned to like how to connect different apps, like the Google Suite with different apps. And so it's this opportunity to kind of have this all-inclusive, comprehensive mastermind with a brilliant mind, and then with other brilliant minds that kind of get together and collide and brainstorm together. It's incredibly supportive, and that's why I'm a big advocate for his community. And so when people ask me, how can I get more support in my practice and me building my business? First and foremost, hands down, I say Seth David 97 and Up, because it's so much value. It's excellently priced. It's very well priced in regards to if you're building your business. This is something that you can fit into your budget in regards to professional development. And like I said, he probably gives you, if not 10 times, 20 times the value of what you're paying. And I know that because I've paid for masterminds and networking for years. And I paid maybe 2, 3, 4 times of what I paid for this program. So incredibly valuable. And that's what I wanted to start with. Next, I get a lot of questions around QuickBooks. And so, yes, of course, Seth David covers QuickBooks, and a lot of the members are asking QuickBooks questions. But several of my MasterBooks community members, they sometimes only wanted to go like hyper focus in learning QuickBooks from the ground up, from a QuickBooks instructor, a trainer, and someone that is a rock star. I mean, a queen in this area. And by far, hands down, Alicia Katz Pollock is the queen of QuickBooks. She actually holds the title of the queen of QuickBooks. And so I partnered with Alicia several years ago as she and I were touring the Intuit Trainer Tour. We tour all over the US, and we would both be on the stage, and we would be teaching the QuickBooks certification training and other trainings back in the day. But at the same time, she was building out her program, her learning platform called RoyalWise. And so RoyalWise is a learning platform that not only teaches QuickBooks, it also teaches other softwares and other areas of business, but specifically Alicia is in charge of all the QuickBooks content, and she is incredible. And she's another person that gives so much. Not only do you have the RoyalWise QuickBooks platform that you can learn from, she also has a podcast. She also brings in tons of collaborators into her programs. She's always finding ways to give back and to share her knowledge. Her YouTube channel, another awesome YouTuber with a great channel. And she's got a great team as well that's really creative. So when she creates content and she teaches her content, it's really beautifully presented and really fun and really creative and always greatly priced as well. It fits anybody's budget. So that's why I'm a big advocate of everything that Alicia creates. And it's always very relevant too. So depending on the time, whether it's a year end or whether it's 1099s or whether it's, start your QuickBooks from scratch, or if there's a new software version of QuickBooks that came out, or if QuickBooks just came out with, brand new features, she is so quick to update that into her platform, into her classes, because software is always changing. And so she's very quick to adapt. And just to add to that, if I have to add more, she's also a author of multiple QuickBooks books, like big old books. And she does this really fun training called the Hot Training that I've shared about. I'll drop a link here in the video when I shared about it. And it's hands-on training where she sends you your massive book, and then she gives you a virtual training where she goes along that training. Really, really cool. So again, when y'all ask me about QuickBooks training, I'm going to send you over to Alicia because she has the content, she has the training. And then I wanted to share about my friend Robina. So Robina is a retired CPA, so retired certified public accountant that, like me, worked in public accounting and in private accounting, and she worked herself all the way up to partner, and she's just got this incredible technical background. But she actually left her practice. She left the practice several years ago, and she decided to open up her own practice where she's speaking about money, about the transformation of money, the relationship you have with money. And I have been such a follower and fan of her work because she comes from that accounting perspective, but she's a very soulful woman, a soulful educator, a soulful leader in the space in regard to the importance of money and creating a relationship with money and managing your money. And I love that. It's very unique. So back in 2020, when I opened up my learning center, MasterYourBooks, I asked Robina to start partnering with me. So that way, when I was teaching very technical cohorts and courses and boot camps and learning experiences where I was helping my accounting and bookkeeping community get really technical and very left brain with their learning when it came to financial literacy and accounting principles, I would let Robina come in. And when I say let her come in, I'd ask her to come in because she would lighten up the energy. She'd lighten up the energy around money. She'd lighten up the energy around numbers. And she'd just allow my community members to kind of feel softer and more forgiving of themselves when it comes to numbers, because numbers can feel more stressful. They can feel a little bit more harder to take in. And she's so good to bring that softer side, that right-brained side, and that heart-centered side of money and accounting and finances. So I have been very blessed to work with Robina now for going on 5 years now. Again, she has just graciously come into my cohorts as a co-host, as a co-presenter, and I'm just so grateful for that. So I definitely suggest, if you want to learn more or just kind of feel into the love of money, because money loves you. That's what she says and what she's trademarked. Money loves you. And so I love that she talks about how money loves you, and she is having a focus on coaching, money coaching, not only for entrepreneurs, which is what she's been doing for several years now, but she does want to do some money coaching for accountants, which I love, because yes, accountants need money coaching as well. And so I really appreciate that she's removing any shame or fear or anxiety around the fact that yes, we all need coaches, right? But many times accountants think or believe they only need a business coach, if they even believe it, that they need a business coach. I'm a big believer we do need business coaches. But yes, we absolutely can benefit from money coaches as well. And I just wanted to share that personal story as well. So definitely consider checking out Robina and all of these humans. I'll be linking to them in this video. The next person I want to share, and I've shared about him in other videos as well. And just to mention that, I did a really cool video back in January that I've gotten a lot of hits and a lot of excitement, which was more about communities that people have. And so I will link to that video as well, because that was more about communities, where today's about mentors and humans that have rocked my world and my business and actually raised their hand to support my community. And Mike Milan, Cashflow Mike, is absolutely one of those humans that have raised their hand many times and says, Mariette, how can I help your community? How can I help them manage cash? How can I help them find hidden cash? How can I help them become cash flow experts? And him and I are so aligned in regards to the importance of understanding cash flow, managing cash flow, getting in front of cash flow, and of course, not being a statistic, which is the number one reason why businesses fail, is they run out of cash. And he has been an advocate, an educator, a leader in the cash flow conversation for over a decade. So if you don't know about Cash Flow Mike, you definitely need to know about Cash Flow Mike. And the power of knowing Cash Flow Mike is he's another abundance creator, meaning he gives so much. He has a podcast, he has an online group, he has opportunities to speak in different places where you can get to know him either live or virtually. He is now a 3-time author of 3 different books, and one of those books, which is a 7-minute conversation, he gives away completely for free. Yes, you heard me. He gives away a copy of his book in an ebook format completely for free. And it's an amazing book. I actually have it here in addition to his other books. And I actually buy all his books so I can give them away to my clients and my community members, because they're so powerful. They're some of the best cash flow related books out there. And so again, just an amazing person, an amazing mentor that wants to give so much. And not only that, I have to throw this out there. He is incredible at breaking down complex concepts, because cash flow, out of all of the concepts, the financial statements, the balance sheet, the profit and loss, the cash flow statement is the one that is harder to get our head around. And I'm talking about harder to get around as an accounting professional. Doesn't matter if you've been 5 years or 20 years, it's still sometimes hard to get our heads around the concept of cash flow and hitting cash and finding cash and producing something that actually matters and conversations around cash flow. And he's excellent at breaking it down in simple words. And it probably is because he used to be a sheriff, and he used to be in the sheriff department, and he used to, what he says, he had to just keep things super simple. And that's how he speaks, in a very simple way, a very professional way. And I think it's just brilliant. And so I really appreciate him and how much he gives to our community. now I actually want to shift in regards to just overall business. So the humans I just shared, Seth David 97 and up, Alicia Katz, Royal Wise, Robina Bennion's Transform a Relationship with Money and Money Loves You and Money Coaching for Accountants, all those are very accountant related. Because I get a lot of accounting professionals that ask me about how they can support their businesses and support their professional and personal journeys. But I also have learned so much from a business perspective from Louise Henry. So Louise Henry is an online business strategist. She started as a strategist that focused on solopreneurs, micro enterprises, and solo-owned businesses and helping them create systems and business strategies for them to build their business, to sell and market their products. She moved well, she continues to do that, but she's moved over into the education space and she started creating courses. And that's how I met her back in 2020 when I learned about her course Up Level with Asana. So I had already been using Asana for probably almost a decade by that time. And when I found out about her course and I joined her course Up Level with Asana, I was blown away for a few reasons. And let me share again. I want to share the why these people are so great and how they help us. She is, again, an incredible explainer and educator. She goes very slow. She goes step by step. And it was her that inspired me to really think through how I wanted to educate people. Because, I sometimes give a lot and I could, maybe give too much. And that's not to the benefit of my students and to my members. And I learned from her that you can just go slower and more bite-sized and have different opportunities to teach people at different levels. And that was such a huge opportunity for me to learn from her. So much that I actually joined her next course, which is Passive Profit Accelerator. So Passive Profit Accelerator is actually teaching content creators and course creators how to create and sell and launch their very first course. Now, mind you, when I joined her Passive Profit Accelerator back in 2021, I had already started creating content, but I wasn't, by no means was I a pro in regards to putting the content together in a good way to sell it. And so she really helped me in regards to, building a profitable launch and building a profitable course. And now fast forward 4 years later, I've done that to over 12 different learning experiences that I've done. And so she's a huge mentor of mine to this day. She's still a mentor of mine. I am in her courses. And what I love about her as well is that she has a humongous heart and she shares it in all her trainings. She has an excellent YouTube channel, so I definitely recommend that you follow her on YouTube. Again, she could be your business strategist. And, even if you don't know her personally, just following her videos on YouTube is going to help you see the benefits. She talks about artificial intelligence. She talks about online strategy. She talks about selling and marketing. And of course, she has a heavy area of expertise in regards to supporting the course creator. But what I wanted to show you here is that back in 2023, she actually launched Tim's Club. So she has a brother with special needs. And so she moved to a country where she could fulfill her dream, which was to buy a big enough property to build a facility and a community for those with special needs. I mean, talk about beautiful, beautiful dreams and goals. Fast forward when I first heard her share that dream back in 2020, which basically won me over, and that's why I became one of her students. Fast forward to 2023, when she built Tim's Club, which is a nonprofit organization. She founded this nonprofit organization because she was so close to where she was at what her dreams. And in 2024, she actually was able to buy her land and now she's developing this community. Just incredible. And so Tim's Club is a nonprofit organization, and the way she gets donations and gets supported is you can just donate. But what I love is to support business owners. She does what's called an all-inclusive 12-month support. And so what she does is every month for 1 hour, she gives you a 1 hour Zoom meeting, and we go in there and she talks to us about what's going on in the online business industry and what we should be aware of and how we can continue to build our business and grow our business and support our business. And what I love about that, again, it's every year she gives you 1 hour for 12 months. And if you're like, oh, that's only 12 sessions, but what she gives in each session is more than most educators give you, I honestly think, in a full 3 to 4 hour masterclass. She really gives you so much important things to think about. And she's very organized. She gives you that 1 hour session. She opens it up for Q&A if she has time. She always gives you a worksheet that you can use after the session. And the beauty here is that I have been inviting my entire community to join me in these 12-month sessions so that way we can support each other throughout our business journey. So I've loved to do that. So if you're in my email newsletter list, you've probably seen I invite you to the 12 months in 2023. I invite you the 12 months in 2024. And then in 2025, I invite you again to join me for the 12 months. And so I join, I go 1 hour a month. After that, I start, trying to apply the content she teaches if it's applicable to my business. And again, just supporting this community and supporting those all-inclusive sessions is a nonprofit opportunity for you to support this organization. So it's really cool. So if you were interested, you would go over here to where it says virtual members, and you would look and see if there's an opportunity for you to join in as a virtual membership. Or if you are on my newsletter, then go ahead and keep an eye around November and December. I start sharing this opportunity for you to join the 12 months. And by the way, everyone, this is the craziest thing. It's 12 sessions for like $150. It's something really crazy like that. So that one session should be $150, and it's all 12 sessions for $150. Again, unheard of, right? But this woman gives so much of her heart. And again, all proceeds go to the nonprofit organization. So just absolutely incredible. So I wanted to mention her. Okay, everyone. Last human that I want to mention, because I want to apply this to my own journey. And as many of you know, that I have transitioned from the accounting journey, from being an accounting practitioner for over 20 years, over 2 decades and more. And I've transitioned to the journey of being a full-time financial educator and public speaker. And so to transition over and feel confident about this new role and this new journey and this new career path that I'm taking, I have been mentored and I'm continuing to be mentored by Missy Mejia. So I'm sure many of you have heard me talk about Missy Mejia. She has been my mentor back since 2014 when I met her at QuickBooks Connect Intuit's conference. It was called QuickBooks Connect. Now it's called Intuit Connect. And she was basically preparing all of the speakers at this conference to prepare for their sessions. And so she was my mentor that was helping me prepare for my session. And that's how we continued to work together. But then when I let her know that I was continuing a full journey into the speaker and educator path, we continued as my mentor privately, and she's helped me through so many opportunities on this path, the growth, the learning, the mistakes that I make, the challenges that I've had, and then the growth that I've had as a public speaker. Back in 2021, she left the Intuit Corporation and opened her own practice called the Theater of Public Speaking, where she provides the mentoring, the coaching, the learning, and the support for women business owners that want to unmute their voice and that want to build their voice, their branding, and their messaging, not only on the keynote stage, but also even in the boardroom, in your own business, with your clients, with your team members, with your investors, with your partners, with people that are important to you that you need to go ahead and articulate this message to them. And that's what she does now through her amazing organization called the Theater of Public Speaking. So again, she provides these services, but she has a particular program, which is the Theater of Public Speaking program, which is an evergreen course, so you can take it whenever you want. But in March and in August, you have the opportunity to take this experience as a cohort experience, which means that you're doing the learning, you're doing the self-paced learning, and you're getting one-on-one sessions with her, which is huge and you're getting the group learning together. So there's going to be a cohort of women that are going to join in March or join in August, and then you collectively are going through this experience together. And that, for me, I believe is the most transformative experience, is to be able to combine those three components: the self-paced learning, the group masterminding, and then, of course, the one-on-one support by Misty and her partner at Theater Public Speaking. So huge advocate for Misty and what she does for the women business leaders, for the women CEOs, for women that just want to unmute their voices and be heard because they know they have a light in them, they know they have a message in them, and they just need someone to guide them through that. And she's incredible about that. And so I have done a lot of work sharing about Misty. I'll actually drop a video where we just recently had a really cool chit chat where I was asking her questions about her program and just kind of showing my excitement on and being very grateful for everything she's done for me. So that's it, everyone. Those are all the humans that have helped me in my journey. Again, I know so many of you have asked me about my mentorships, about the organizations, about the spaces that I spend time in. And those are people. Now, of course, there's other organizations, other communities that I absolutely love. Again, I'll link to the video I did on communities, which are more people out there. And so but those are the people that help me really on a daily basis. Those are people that I preferred partners and humans that I send my community members to. And that's what I wanted to do this video about, is that many times when I say, go check out Alicia, go check out Seth, go check out Misty, go check out Mike, go join Tim's Club, which is Louise Henry's nonprofit. This is why I say these things, right? These are why I think that these organizations, these humans will help you, because they've helped me. And not only that, they over deliver. They over deliver. And I believe if you want to truly create massive value, which is truly what this world is about now, you can't just be mediocre. You can't just meet regular expectations. You need to blow people away. That's how you're going to continue to be a business owner. That's how you're going to continue to create legacy, because people are going to keep on coming back and they're going to keep on talking about you, and they're going to be your walking ambassadors because you're going to blow their mind. And that's what these people do. And that's why I wanted to share about them. Okay, everyone, hopefully this video was helpful. I'll drop all of the links in this video. If you have any questions, let me know. And I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye for now.